back in 2014. I was also ordained a pastor, a resident pastor in Living Faith Chapel, which I have resigned to start my ministry because I was not having free will to do the charity I'm doing in my own present ministry now. Some other thing, no. Okay. That is, I was actually ordained pastor by Bishop Abaremu. That is about some 20-something of us then, I don't know, in Ibadan. That is in 2014. In my church, we do this charity which I share foods and palliative to people. And this thing became stronger during the COVID-19. I felt so pity to the extent I don't have anything in my account, and people still come to me for help. So I have this underground which I have dug some time back when I was attacked by this Jagungbale in some many years ago, which the matter is in court, which I was, my neck was broken. I was in loot for some time with nails on my head, which is in the High Court of Ogun State for attempted murder. So I needed a place for escape in case of any further attack. And because of it, I've been having some boys also around me for security reasons. I direct the design of the underground like an underground room, and I've used it on a few occasions when there is situation of threat, and they believe I disappear. So I like the idea of that underground, and it's close to my office. I actually dug that underground when I was using that place as a resident. The place we are using as a church now was my parlor, and the place close to that underground, which has the toilet by the side, was my room. So now when the ministry came up and we needed somewhere decent, we were using that place. Then a few weeks ago, we were short of funds. And the idea of doing something during the Ilaya, not looking, because I don't look at Muslim Christians alone. I do anybody that comes to me. So the idea of me doing something for Ilaya so that we can get some bags of rice, beans, and gari, and palm oil. Maybe if they have gone there, they will still see a lot of them on ground there, which we share remaining. So then probably with a ram, which we can cut as small as it is, any person that we can give, they must be poor. So that was why we now thought about the idea of why not getting money from these rich companies and then raise money from it, then we use it to buy this thing. That money could actually start this project. One thing we have not been informed also is that I also designed a kind of website so that when these projects are going on, people can take it. It's called Pure Art. No, we are not the owners of the gun. We didn't use gun. Okay, then the three gentlemen here, they actually needed assistance from different places. This gentleman, Ima, came in from Abeokuta, who was having housing challenge and feeding well. He didn't have a job. So we got him a job. He was working. Then Brother Linus too was working with him. Okay. Okay, so the three of us actually was involved in the kidnap. Face up, what? So the three of us were involved in the, all of us were involved in the kidnap with the hope of raising funds and getting something before the layer.
Okay, now listen. When eventually the man was brought in and you were struggling with him, who gave him an injection?
I injected him.
What kind of injection?
I gave him ketamine injection because the man was struggling and I didn't want him to be injured. Because I must confess to you, anything could have happened during the struggling. So I went in there. Is this injection I used to inject these animals and everything I kill, which I know paralyzes them. I put it in egg to catch snakes. So I quickly went to get his and inject his foot to stop him from struggling.
You also have that stethoscope.
Yes, sir. If you know, in Winners, we do this medical outreach. So when I started my ministry, I was interested because my main target is welfare. So I was interested. Winners is not involved in this by any means. What you see there was my own portion from the medical outreach when I was in Winners. It was always hanged in my office there with Bishop Yeteko's photo. It has nothing to do with Winners. So when this man came in, before the man, I used it to check people's health. When I want to help people in treatment, I used to get there. So when he came in, I used the stethoscope to go and check his health. And I went there. On the two occasions I went there, I asked of his health. He told me his health. I checked him. He told me he was feeling some pain. I said, okay. I said, what else did you need? So I went out and get painkillers, these painkillers in packet, which they sell 400 and something, with, again, please remember me of that antibiotic. Bisham, okay. Bisham from the pharmacies. So I got these things.
A doctor or a nurse?
Yeah.
All right.
I work with Glorious Master Logistics, who distribute Forever Living products. I'm a dispatch in that company.
What's this?
One other item that which I went to deliver the item to in Ikorodu.
What's this? You remember the date? When?
On the 17th of July, around 4 p.m. So on my getting to Ikorodu, I called the man. The address he gave to me is no longer there. He told me that he's another way, somewhere in NMPC. And I went there, I called him. He said he ordered one of his boy to come and pick me. When the boy came to me and he called my line, because I doesn't know the boy, he doesn't know me. He called me, I picked my call. Immediately I saw the boy, I waved my hand, the boy saw me. He walked towards me. And he came, he said that the pastor said I should bring me to his place. I said, okay. He now entered my bike. I drove him to the particular place where pastor was. He ordered me to enter inside the premises. I went inside the office. They now asked me to drop the item on the table. I dropped the item on the table. On my lifting of my head from where I bent down to drop the item, they held me with the rope, the wire on my throat. I now struggle and fight, struggle with them. So it gets to a point, I was about to escape. She rushed me again, and he held me down again. That is how the pastor now injected me, and I fell unconscious. That is how they got me and tied me, took me to one hole which is called underground. I doesn't ever experience such of things before. All this happened when he took me to that place. I doesn't know anything. When they took me there, they selected all my eyes, my face, my mouth, my nose, all my head round. And when he took me into that underground, he now cut up the sellotape from my nose and my face so that I can able to breathe and see. They now asked me whether I could see. I said, yes, I could see. That is how they left me. About 5 days, according to them, because me, I doesn't know anything that going on again. About 5 days, they came back to me again. I was crying for water, begging them for water. They asked me whether I would drink water. I said yes. They give me 1 sachet of pure water. The one called pastor put the water in my mouth because I was bound with rope, with chain. I now drank the water. They give me 1 bottle of mineral. I drank half of the water. I mean the mineral. They took the remaining one away from my hand, and I took it away. So I was there. Like 3 days later, they came again and brought a food for me, gari with sugar with beans. I ate. The one called pastor now asked me, the next food that they will bring for me, what do I want? I said, to avoid toilet, I said, I want anything light, something light in my stomach so that I will not go toilet always. They said we should bring gari and bread with beans. I said, yes, if they can be able to afford that, I will manage it. They brought it for me, and I ate it. So I was there. After 3 days later, they came with fufu. After other 3 days, they came with gari again. So one day, and now I was there, I doesn't know anything, that some group of men come into the very place I lying down. They told me that there were policemen. I turned back and looked at them. I started crying. I told them that we are not a policeman. How can a policeman find me into this place? That we are the group member of those people that kidnapped me. You are coming here to kill me. They said no. They said they were policemen. I said, okay. How can I know that you are a police officer? I asked one of them. They said I should not be worried, that they are a police officer. I said, okay. They looked, the gate, the iron, the burglary they used to block me there. The one mighty padlock on that burglary. Then the policeman asked me, said to me that let him went out again and brought the key to open the padlock. I said, that is funny. I said it to myself after they went away. I said, how can someone, I said it within myself, someone call himself police officer. You came to rescue me, and you are now telling me that you are going outside to bring key again. Do you keep key there? I said it within myself. Sir, I lying down again back to where I lying. In the next 30 minutes again, the stick enter into that underground again. They came to me, like play, like joke. They opened the padlock. They came inside. They now held me. They untied my hand. They now drag me from that inside of that underground, come closer to themselves. They now see the rope, other rope bind round about my leg. That is how they drag me from there out and bring me outside. Before coming outside, I see those one kidnapping me lying in the floor. That is how I took belief that it's a police officer that rescued me. That is how it happens, sir.
I was employed to the pastor's church as a compound security every night. So the pastor invited the delivery man to deliver drugs for him. On the line, the pastor said that he wants to collect money from the company to buy bags of rice and other things for the layer, which I supported him. And I asked him a question that how long is the man going to stay? He said, after this month, if there is no money bring out, that will release the man. And I supported him too. So when the man came, we tried to bring the man down. We pinned the man down, and pastor injected him. When pastor injected him, he gave us instruction to take the man to the underground, and it's called special guest house. That's what the pastor do call the place. So we took the man there and left the man there. We do feed the man every morning and night. That's the pastor's instruction. We should feed the man every morning before closing. The night when we resume work, we feed him. And when we want to feed him, we untie him. He will eat and rest before we tie him back. Till the police arrested me and asked me to take them to where the victim was kept, which I did. I took them to the church. At the pulpit there was underground. So which I took them there, and the man was released.
How long have you been involved in this kind of
I've been working with the man since 7th of this month. So the delivery man was caught on 17th of this month.
How much do you demand as ransom?
We keep the man there for 9 days, including the day the police arrested us, making 10 days.
So you didn't make any demand for ransom?
We only, the pastor, we made arrangements for ₦1 million, and we told the pastor that it's too much. The pastor said that the delivery man is a poor man, and I have no money. So 500,000 for the man, and 500,000 for the occasion.
We also have here a very disturbing and pathetic case involving the kidnap of one Job Ekpo Jonathan. Job Ekpo Jonathan is a dispatch rider with Glory Master Logistics. They major largely in the distribution of Forever Living products. Job was detailed by his company to go and deliver Forever Living products to someone who had ostensibly ordered for these products online. Job, first of all, rode his bike to Ikorodu, and eventually he was directed to proceed to Shagamu, not knowing that he was walking into a kidnapper's den. On arriving at the location, which turned out to be a church, Job was, not only did they collect the Forever Living products, they immediately took Job hostage. This gang is led by Pastor Adetokunbo Adenopo, 52 years old man of God, who is the pastor and the general overseer of New Life Church of God, located at Lukosi town in Shagamu local government area. The pastor had built a beautiful underground cabin within his church premises, and that was where Job was held throughout the period he was in their captivity. When Job was taken hostage and he began to struggle, the pastor, who clearly is neither a doctor, nor a nurse, nor a certified health worker, administered and anesthesia forcefully on Job a product known as ketamine was injected onto Job's body, and Job went into unconsciousness. The ropes that were used in tying the man, and those are also part of the things they use in binding him. The funny thing here is that, as you will hear from the pastor shortly, he actually told detectives that he's into charity works. And the purpose of embarking on this kidnap is actually to raise money to expand his charity so that he can give free food to people, palliatives to people, buy ram for Ilya, for people. And then we begin to wonder, this is a classical case of robbing Peter to pay Paul.